All right. I don't know what the heck happened.
We still here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was just I don't know, man. This is my first time on
Oh,
this
sorry, my
stream
bad.
live, so
Salute, salute.
yeah.
Welcome to Skywalker Boxing Media. Team Mo Boxing, no problem. We got Papi Chunyeyo in the house.
Yeah, y'all already know what it is. It's Poppy Chun Yayo. Heavy on the poppy, light on the yayo.
And we got a special guest. We got the manager of Andres Cortes, who's 22-0, who's fighting May 10th on the Suarez Navarrete undercard. He's in line to be fighting the winner of that fight, guys. You know he should have been in that position already. We got his brother, who is also the manager and head trainer of him. This is Louis Cortes. How you doing, Louis?
Fantastic. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, thank you, brother. So your brother's got a big fight coming up, man. He should already been already fighting for a title, in my eyes, man. Shout out to him and all the hard work he's been putting in. He put in a great performance against Abraham Nova just recently. He's the current WBO, NABO super featherweight champ. He's the current WBO Intercontinental super featherweight champ, and he's also the WBC silver super featherweight champ. So he holds all them titles. So like
Exactly.
he definitely deserves that big shot and big opportunity. Huge fan of your brother. Shout out to Andres. I know you couldn't be here tonight, but much love, brother. I'm rooting for you because all the hard work you've been putting in, man. It's been, it's visible, as far as us fans being able to see it. So I wanted to ask, man. I know that he was supposed to fight Charlie Suarez. I know that wasn't in negotiations or talks. They've been bringing that up. Uh, so what happened with your brother, man, and what's going on?
Oh yeah, so we were definitely lined up to fight Charlie Suarez. It just we just had a little step back. My brother wasn't feeling so good, so I think the right proper thing was just pull out the fight. And we always want to make sure we're at a healthy state to perform. So we didn't want to take no risk over a Charlie Suarez type of fight because we know great things are coming here near in the future. So it was a team decision, and that's what we did. But God is great, and we're back next Saturday.
Yeah,
Man,
that fight's going down in San Diego, guys. It's going to be on Top Rank on ESPN. So you guys tune in for that. It should be a real good fight.
that's
Yeah, yeah,
that's awesome that you make decisions based off of the long term health of the fighter. But let me ask you this regarding like sponsors and things like that. Do you guys have conversation with sponsors? During an event like that where you would be like, hey, look, this happened, and you know we're going to postpone the fight until then. Do you guys have that conversation with sponsors, or is it
yeah,
just
yeah. I mean, they definitely got to understand, as they're there to support Team Cortez. We did have a lot of sponsors behind us, and I mean overall it was just a big blow to us, emotionally, mentally. Just because it was a big card. It was the Munguia card. We were another co-main event, so and it was gonna be for the number one ranking of the WBO. So it was a big opportunity for us, and that fight would have put us in line to fight Navarrete, and that's a lifetime goal. So we knew why we had to pull out, and it hurt, but I think it was the right thing and the right decision. Our career lives on, and we're still undefeated. Rather than taking that risk and underperforming, and who knows what could possibly happen. I mean, boxing is so sensitive. If you don't perform good, they already gonna criticize. Sure, losing, they gonna bash you. So but I mean, with the sponsorships, yeah, they understand at the end of the day. It's a mutual thing, and we usually don't pull out of big fights like that, but I think it was the smartest thing to do for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, man. And his opponent this Saturday. What do you guys know about his opponent?
So he's from Spain, Salvador Jimenez. He's 14-1-1. He likes to be pretty slick, has a lot of amateur experience. He's a cute fighter, but my brother's a hungry fighter, so I
Right.
think that's what's gonna make the difference for sure.
Yeah.
Can I ask you? I got a question that I personally want to
Yeah,
know. When you
yeah.
guys are negotiating the fights, is there any mention in there about what size ring you're going to fight in?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, that's a very high level. Like that's if you're like headlining the card, like as in almost like a the Bud and the Canelos type of thing, you know. But
Yeah.
even like with this, even maybe even with Inoue, I don't think Inoue has that leverage, or he should honestly, but I don't think he cares. But I mean, it's that's like at a okay, you're a pay per view type of guy, you know, and then it's like this is my show, you know. With me, man, with us, you know, Team Cortez, we're still grinding, you know, to earn our stripes. You know, being a world title is first, and then after that, you know, definitely could start negotiating those type of criterias.
Yeah.
Right. So I've noticed that you guys are kind of like on that WBO route, but you guys do. He does have a title with the WBC.
Yeah.
It's whatever opportunity comes first with you guys.
Absolutely. You know, the WBO, you know, has gave us the opportunity to fight for the Intercontinental belt, and that's what put us in that high ranking. And then the WBC followed up. But WC got behind us. We were with like in the 30th because you know they have a big ranking. I think from 1 to like 40, right? So they always seen the value in us. And you know they shout my brother out on their social medias and stuff like that. You know, my brother is Mexican American, so we do have that blood, the Mexican blood. He is ranked number 9 with the WBC, but you already know how these rankings are. They're very sensitive. It could change from one month to another, and it's honestly just a call away. So anybody in the top 15 could get that opportunity, as in like when Rafael Espinoza fought Robesi, I think he was like number 11. So um yeah, you know, it could get a little politics for sure. But you know, we're there. Most importantly part is my brother is a classified ranked fighter for sure.
So with you being a manager and things like that, what's the most difficult part of the politics aspect? Um,
Uh, yeah,
gives
yeah,
you the
no,
most trouble or
definitely.
gives you the most concern?
Definitely, you know, relationships. As you know, I'm young. I could possibly be a fighter. As I beat Jose Ramirez, I beat Oshaki Foster twice in the AMs. You know, and they're my age, and they fighting. You feel me? So, I think having the relationships, that you know I haven't built just yet. You know, I think that's what gets me. But, I'm gaining so much experience, and at the end of the day, what matters the most is winning. You know, if you don't win, none of this matters. So, when it comes down to the politics side on the rankings, it's just honestly
Right.
just trying to, you know, make a relationship with these people, sending them letters and going to their conventions, and you know, building that relationship so they know that you're there, and you know,
Yeah.
they might boost you from 9 to 2 in a month. I'm serious,
Yeah,
and I've seen it happen several times. But it's so crazy, man. Because I mean, I don't know if you guys know Albert Bell, right? This guy was
Yeah.
number 1 with the WBO for
Yeah.
I don't know how long, and he never got the opportunity. So, you know, it's definitely a sensitive subject.
Yeah.
man, Skywalker. We just had a guy we interviewed the other day, bro, and we talked about him being in all the right rooms, and we asked that question, like, how what is it? How do you get into the right room to be able to have the conversation and build relationship with the right people? How do you do
Yeah.
that? And
Sometimes you
that's just
guys just
something that
pick up
people
the
don't know.
phone. Just pick up the phone. You know.
Mm,
Yeah.
Just pick up the phone and make that call, and let your voice be heard, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I promote your promoter has a lot to do with it too, for sure. So you know, you got the right promoters. I'm pretty sure they got the right relationships. They're the ones putting the money up, and you know, money
Yeah.
talks, bullshit walks.
Yeah. The true boxing fans, man, see the work you guys been putting in, man, for real, man.
Yeah.
Like for real. That's why I'm like, man, he should be getting that shot. Like you know, you would think too, like just putting him on this card, it's like he should get the winner, straight up,
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I mean, tune in. I mean, you know, they wanted us to do the press. You know, we're gonna do the press. Top Rank wants us to do the press. You know, I thought we weren't gonna do the press. I'm kind of shocked. We're just so locked in to get back. It's been an 11-month layoff, so it's just tuning all that out and just focusing on a performance. That's what we were on. But work is work, and my brother's voice is gonna be heard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, leading up to this next fight here, could you maybe tell us without giving away your sauce what the primary focus was?
What for this next fight coming up?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just getting back in rhythm. Honestly, just getting back in rhythm. Just getting back into that environment. With the whole bright lights and then the cutting weight and the camp, all that.
Understood.
Just
Yeah.
getting that rhythm back. That's all.
I'm asking the question because, like the other night, we had a dude that was supposed to there and he was supposed to wax the dude and get him up out of there for the betters. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the fight, he was like, "Yeah, man, we wanted the rounds." So what you mean you wanted the rounds, fam? We betting on you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's sports, bro. Every dog gonna have his days, bro, and then that's that. You got to put that in perspective, and you definitely never could underlook no opponent at any level. You feel me? So like the guy we're fighting, it's like his world title. He's coming out to out here top rank, ESPN. Think about I already put myself in his shoes. He's looking at this like a world title fight. So yeah, we got that in perspective. So we got to be on our game as well, and we can't. That's why you can't take nobody lightly, man. Nobody. Look what happened with Ryan and Rolly. That's crazy stuff. Rolly
Yeah.
shocked
Oh,
the world.
oh,
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yes.
Me and Rolly grew up, man. He a Vegas guy, but shoot, he's done shocked the whole community.
yeah, I ain't even gonna
You know
lie,
what I
man.
mean?
I was cheering for Rolly like a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, and when we did our predictions, I was like, "Listen, man, don't be surprised if Ryan hit the canvas." I said so.
Yeah.
No
And you know
cap.
what? Rolly was quiet the whole time, bro. He was locked in. I don't know if
He
anybody
played it
noticed.
smooth. He's
He
like,
was
"Yeah, I
locked
want."
in.
And he said, "After I beat you, I still want to see you go beat up on Devin." Jedi mind
Yeah,
trick all day.
yeah. He definitely got more quiet and he just zoned everything out and focused, and he did it, man. Good for him.
Yeah.
It's a boy a blessing, for real.
Hey, but look, here we are. We didn't had Cinco de Mayo. We had a Canelo Alvarez weekend, and we are here saying that Rolly Romero put on the best show of the whole weekend.
Yeah, he
What?
he the talk around the block, man.
Hey, man, let's go.
Yo, he shook the whole. He broke the casinos. He broke everything. The
For the
odds,
90 for the
everything.
$90 that y'all spent buying that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rolly, hopefully Rolly got you your money's worth.
Yeah. Shout out Rolly,
20 to
man.
1, baby.
My brother and him used to spar all the time when they were amateurs. So it's crazy. Living out here in Vegas, you get to see all kinds of boxing, man. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You guys got all the
Hopefully, all
best
the
work, man. You guys pull
it's
up.
all right. Yeah, it's all
I'm from
right.
Albuquerque, so our fighters, man, we go out to Vegas too, man. We hit up the gyms and stuff like that. So that's the
Yeah,
best work, man, is out there.
Yeah,
yeah.
you
My
know
brother,
what?
got- my brother got some rounds with Leo.
I feel like the Vegas fighters they really get a beat on who's the goods and who really ain't the goods, right? I feel like they kind of got an advantage at that aspect.
Yeah. We see a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people from all over the world come in, man. I mean, Salah's with the Japanese fighters, like all the
Yeah.
Cubans, you know what I mean? So I see a lot, and sparring is crazy. Something, like it's a war, bro. It's a
Wars
war.
up. It's like, man, forget
Yeah,
watching it on TV. Just pull up to the gym, huh? And you get the best show.
I be wild all the time, man. But you gotta
Yeah.
know how to manage sparring. But that's another subject.
Yeah. But hell yeah, man. So how's your brother's spirits, man? He's excited.
Oh
He's
yeah,
looking
yeah,
good.
yeah. We ready to go, man. This is gonna be. He's gonna be 23-0. I hope everybody in this channel tunes in,
Yeah.
and we gonna put a good, nice ass whooping on this guy. And I know my brother's gonna show why he deserves to get that chance with Navarrete or any other champions at 130. And if not, then I mean I think it's we're gonna talk about moving up and and
Yeah,
see what we could do.
man.
But we ain't scared of no smoke. And I know a lot of people don't give us our credit. That's why we
Yeah,
haven't fought our world title fight. But our time gonna come. My brother's not touched. He's young.
yeah,
I mean, he's in his prime, and he's undefeated. Most importantly, so you
yeah.
know. We
I ain't
got
gonna
the
lie, bro.
I want to see. I
it
want to
ain't
see your
easy to
brother
get to
talk that
21
shit at
though.
the end of the fight. He gets a big
Oh
knockout. Get on there and be like, man, you motherfuckers owe me a shot
Y-
now. Something like, bro, you
Yeah,
tell him
yeah,
to go
yeah,
hard,
yeah.
bro. Shock the world. After a big win, bro. Tell him,
Man,
bro, it's my turn. It's
yeah.
my
So
turn.
yeah, we'll see what Top Rank wants to do. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
they got all the power. They're the ones
right.
putting the money up. So, who knows? Maybe Turk Al Sheik could reach out and get us as an ambassador, and we fight some good smoke on the other side. We want it all.
Yeah,
We want to show our talent at a very high level, because these little basic fights, man. I mean, they cool, but we got everything to lose in the game. We trying to go all in.
Listen, man, we
yeah,
can't keep allowing that, bro. Listen, I've seen
yeah,
so many people who were supposed to be in a certain weight division and they go and run and chase the bag. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they 2 or 3 weight divisions away from what their optimal size is. You know what I mean? And like
yeah,
we need to see them at their optimal weight fighting the best of the best. Not
yeah,
no, he's 35 and I'm gonna move him up 2 weight classes to fight somebody coming down one. Like
yeah.
that's bad for the sport, man.
Hey, shout out to TD Sports, man. He said he met you in New York, and his name's Thomas. Thomas from the Bronx, and
Yeah, he seen the ass whooping that we put on Brian Chevalier. But
yeah,
shout out Brian Chevalier. He the one that gave us the opportunity. And
yeah,
I forgot, like, you guys talked about how do you put yourself in position as like a manager and stuff like that, to get those rankings and etc. Um I texted, so I did my little scouting, and I texted Brian Chevalier's manager, and I just introduced myself,
yeah,
like, we want some smoke, man. Like, we
yeah,
with Top Rank, is y'all done fighting them little shows at the basketball court? And they got mad, right? Left it at that. Next thing you know, I get a phone call from my matchmaker talking about they want that smoke and Manhattan. I said, oh yeah, let's go. So, it was my first time in New York, bro. And
yeah,
they got all that. He was a home crowd favorite, bro. And
yeah.
sure enough,
Yeah,
man, we did
that's
what we had to do.
hilarious.
And what
See,
what happened? What happened with the street fight, man? He brought this. You guys almost fought in the street.
Yeah, I mean, it's all it got a little emotional. He started talking that shit in the press, and I ain't gonna hold myself back, bro. And I let him know what I had to feel, and but they ain't gonna do nothing. This manager, they old as shit, man. I ain't fighting nobody. I ain't doing none of that.
oh, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah,
yeah,
and then,
respect
but they,
you.
they fell they fell into my trap, bro. They really did, and but that was a chess move, bro. I swear it really was, and that put us in the position of being talked about and stuff like that, man. Brian Chevalier at the time had a number 4 spot with the WBO, and he's Puerto Rican, bro. And like I told you, you got to have some form of relationships, right? So I'm pretty sure they were tied up with WBO, man, but they decided to take the risk. You feel me? And shit, we took their belt and they bag.
Yeah,
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 but here we are now, man. That's in the past. We gotta focus what's in front of us, which is the future. And
right.
get this done, man.
Bro, he said, man, why you gotta talk about my side piece like that, man?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
yeah, we got. Speaking
Oh,
of
that's hilarious.
speaking of boxing, man, we got the Inoue card on, man. I was glad to get you on early, man. So
Definitely.
and we're
yeah.
rooting for your brother, man. Like I said, man,
Thank you, thank
out
you.
out of everybody, man, he deserves it, man. Number one,
Yeah, man.
priority.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate people feel that way. I mean, we there. Like, I don't know what else we gotta do. You know what I mean? I don't know what else we got to do. We trying to be the talk of the block too. Put us up against Navarrete. I know the whole world gonna think we gonna get cooked. It's okay.
Yeah,
Think that way. think that
That
way. It's
definitely
a
deserves a
okay.
winner of this of that fight, man. You know,
It's
so
a okay. Put it, you know what I mean? And then with Foster, I beat him twice. It's like shit. If I beat him twice, I know my brother could beat him once. You know?
yeah,
So shit. I don't know, man. I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna leave it up God, and hopefully He hears my words as I'm speaking them right now, and they give us opportunity.
So are you saying that the other fighter is ducking?
Nah, it ain't ducking. Nobody ducking. It's business. You know, at the end of
yeah,
the day, it's just business. They looking out for themselves as we looking out for ourselves. So, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Shoot, I mean, look, even what if Top Rank comes like, yo, y'all want to fight Oscar Valdez, and the price is right.
yeah,
You feel me? So,
Man.
yeah,
Hey,
you
listen,
feel me?
hey, as a fan of the sport, I need to see it.
See?
I
yeah,
need to see that as a fan of the sport. People who love action and want to see people in there get busy, that's a get busy fight. That's not,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
we're going to have 120 punches total by the end
They
of
got the
12
tag.
rounds.
They,
Yeah,
yeah,
these motherfuckers was playing tag last
yeah,
night. You know.
yeah.
I mean, it's boxing, bro. You gotta respect every style in the game, And at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do to win. So if somebody got to play tag and the other person can't figure it out, that's their fault. They didn't practice they didn't have the right preparation.
But the commentary needs to reflect that, honestly.
Yeah, man. A lot of
It
these
needs to reflect
commentators,
that.
oh, bro, they be in their feelings. They be because it's subjective. You feel me? So it's what they like at that time, at that moment. And you never know. They might have personal interest on this person, and man, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
got
know.
problems at the crib.
Yeah, exactly. And they bring it to the work.
Man,
Exactly. That's facts, man. Because a person's voice is very strong, and it could really like influence people. So
yeah,
yeah, but it's all good. It's just that's the name of the game, man. Boxing is a subjective sport, so it is what it is. At the end of the day, that's why the most important thing is for every fighter is just to win. If you got to play tag, fuck it, play tag. You know what I mean? If you like to bang, then hopefully you could get the best out of it.
the check cash
But
anyway, don't it?
yeah, yeah. So, but that's the beauty. That's the beauty of the game. Honestly, is there's so many styles, and there's so many ways to you know going into a fight, and then if it ain't going good, you got a couple rounds to adapt, and figure it out. So
yeah,
yeah, yeah, that's the game, man. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta just respect it and love it. You know, there ain't no other way around it.
Look, man, we getting ready to watch a war occur here. We about to watch
yeah.
Emiliano Vargas go to work
Leandro's coming up, yeah.
real quick. You know,
Hey, but Louis, I got your
Yeah, yeah,
brother's Instagram scrolling. Andres Cortes 97, guys. Follow Andres. Support Andres. And
yes,
Louis, do you have
definitely.
where can they find you at, brother?
Yeah, Louis Cortez, simple as Luie, and then Cortez with the S at the end.
Okay.
Tune in next Saturday. Watch my brother put a beautiful performance and see to show the people why he deserves an opportunity to become a world champion.
All right,
all
let's go
right.
down San Diego,
Yeah,
top rank.
yeah.
So
Tune in.
yeah,
Yeah, man. So I mean,
Yeah,
I'd imagine your phone's gonna be ringing off the hook. You probably got a lot of people that are interested in your management style, I would assume.
yeah. Hey man, I'm undefeated in the game. I really, you feel me? My numbers talk.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I love what I do. I've been boxing since I was 9 years old. Uh, my brother's a classified world fighter now, so you
yeah,
know, I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for having me on. Enjoy the fights tonight, and
Yeah.
whatever you
Thanks for
guys
your
need,
time.
Louis Cortez is here.
hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
Let's go. All right, brother. Thank
Much
you,
love,
man.
guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a blessed weekend, and make sure to tune in May 10th.
May 10th,
A
Andres
good
Cortez.
ass whooping. A good ass whooping we gonna put on. Hey
Hell
y'all,
yeah.
love.
Cool. Thank you. Peace. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Much love. Go watch the fights now. Peace.